Prophet of thought.
Sir, I need you to stop filming. Otherwise, we're going to have to take the camera as evidence.
We gotta stop this shit.
Open your mind. This is X from the Prophet of Thought series, also known as the Frontistery. Now, here recently, you've seen over the past few months all of these cops on tape doing this, that, and the other thing to people. And I said a long time ago that having cameras is not going to control these cops. Yeah, you may have a few cops who may, hold back a little bit if they know they're being taped. But as you've seen in the Sam Dubose case, as you've seen in the Eric Garner case, as you've seen in the Tamir Rice case, as you've seen in the Sandra Bland case, cops being recorded means nothing, because they will still lie and tell you you're not seeing what you're seeing. I mean, the cop that had the dust up with Sandra Bland, open your mind. He just got fired from the force and charged because he blatantly lied, even though he was being taped. So, I mean, having these films and having iPhones, I mean, it may help in some instances to get it viewed, but I don't think it's going to control some of these crazy cops. Because let's be clear, okay? Let us be clear. If you are complicit in your actions, after a while, you're not going to care who's watching, I mean, I've always believed that integrity is what a person does when nobody's looking. But if you're a person who lacks integrity, you don't give a damn who's looking. Because once you're set into doing something, and this is what you're about, and if you're about doing wrong, you're going to do wrong, no matter who is watching, because it's in you to do wrong. And some of these cops, it's just in them to do wrong, especially when it comes to dealing with us as black people. I mean, they are going to approach black people any and every way like they always have. It seems like with the rise of the iPhone and, the cell phone cameras and everything else, you would think that they would stop killing people. But they still haven't stopped killing people. So no one can tell me that having them on tape is going to do anything, because cops now, the ones that do kind of hold back because someone's taping, they claim they hold back because they feel like they're going to be labeled as bigots or prejudiced or whatever the case may be. But in my view, it seems like they would want people out there taping if they plan on doing their job the right way. Now, if they plan on doing their job the wrong way, of course they don't want anyone filming. Of course they don't want anyone out there with a camera. Of course they don't want to be on tape. They don't want what they do to be recorded. They don't want how they talk to people to be recorded. So, of course, the cops that have a fear of losing their job or being sued or costing the city money, those are the cops who are going to make sure they do what's right when they are on tape. But at the same time, you got cops who just don't care, and after a while, having a camera pointed on them means nothing. A lot of times, when a cop looks up and see that he's being recorded, the first thing he tries to do is try to stop you from recording. That's the first thing they try to do, is try to stop you from recording. As you saw at the top of this recording, you saw I was somewhere and I was walking down the street filming a crime scene, because I do a little photography work too. And guess what? Cops threatened to take my camera as evidence just because I was filming something from across the street. So we can't get caught up in the notion that because we have these cameras on these cops that it's going to control them, because it's not. Because notice, people are still getting killed. People are still getting shot. People are still getting shot repeatedly. Cops are still violating people's civil rights. Cops are still breaking laws. Cops are still doing things the same way they've always done. They still beat, kick, choke, punch, and shoot people even though they know they're being recorded. And you know why they do that? Because they know there's a pretty good chance that they are not going to suffer any consequences. Now, mind you, I do believe that it's a good thing that we catch some of these cops on tape doing what they do, because a lot of them probably would have never been snipped out or discovered. You know, their bad acts would have never been viewed if they weren't on tape, because you know that once a cop gets back into the precinct, he's gonna fudge a report and lie and say you went for his gun, you went for his taser, you struck him, you lunged at him, you kicked at him, you spit at him, you did something, you punched him. That's gonna be the thing no matter what. Even if you walk into him butt-ass naked with your hands up in the air backwards, he will still try to say after he shot you that you did something to make him shoot you. Okay? That's a fact. But now that we have these cops on tape, what I think is happening is that we are seeing it more, okay? These things have always happened, and they will continue to happen. It's just now that we have the modern day phone and everyone has a camera, we just get to see it more. I don't think that police brutality has gotten bad. I think it's always been bad. It's just now that we're starting to see it. And these cops don't give a damn whether or not you are recording them. They don't. Because a lot of these cops that I've seen lately killing people, they weren't even recorded by someone's cell phone or recorded by someone's camera, or, you know, someone just happened to be filming something outside. No. A lot of these killings and a lot of these harassments and a lot of these beatings have been caught on the cops' camera itself. Their camera, their body camera, their dash camera. These things have been caught on their cameras. So if they don't give a damn about their cameras rolling, why in the hell would they give a damn about ours? If you ask me, pretty soon, what police are going to start doing, they're going to start pulling over and harassing every black person they see with a camera. That's going to be the new wave, I promise you. Especially when there's a big event and the police are out in mass, okay? They are going to look at every black person with a camera, because they are going to see them as a potential threat to them doing what they're known to do. Harass, beat, and kill black people whenever they get a chance. Now, mind you, some cops I know aren't killing people. We know that, okay? But guess what? More than enough are killing people. Because if it's just one, it's one too many. And we should continue to capture their asses on tape as much as possible. But let us not be misled to thinking that having these films is going to change anything. Having these cops on tape is going to change anything. The police are never going to be controlled by video cameras, especially video cameras that are in the hands of black people. Because if it really came down to it, they'll just come over and threaten to arrest you and take your camera, destroy it, throw it, claim to seize it as evidence, whatever the case may be. So your best bet, if you're filming, film from a distance. Film from a distance so you can catch them doing what they're doing. Okay? Never be right up on them, because all you're going to do is end up getting your ass arrested too. Film from a distance and you may stand a chance of catching something and not having them threaten to arrest you or take your camera or trump up some charges because you happen to tape them do something they weren't supposed to do. Let's not get comfortable with these cameras, people. Let's stay at a distance. Let's stay aware and make sure we know our rights. Because trust me, having these cameras haven't given anybody any more rights. People are still getting beat. People are still getting shot. People are still getting killed. Even with all the video surveillance. They're not stupid. They know tapes are running all over the place. They know that there's cameras in stores, in delis, at shops. They know there's cameras on the top of buildings. And they will patrol those streets and they will still kill us. They will still harass us. They will still beat us. They will still do the things they've always done, even though they know it's a good chance that they are being taped, because they are already programmed to go after you. They are already programmed to treat you less than human. They are already programmed to kill you at a moment's notice. So, cameras will never control the cops. And anyone who thinks that they will has not been paying attention. The only thing that's going to control the cops is cops. That's the only thing that's going to control the cops. And we've seen what kind of job they've done lately. Proper the Thought series.